Good afternoon. Welcome to the CRC Spotlight. I'm your host, Anthony Day. Are you having financial problems? Not enough money for school? I have with me today Blanca Ornelas, a student helper in the financial aid office. Here, we will answer some of the most frequently asked questions. So, how are you doing today, Blanca?
I'm doing very well. How about yourself?
Doing all right. How long have you been working at the financial aid office?
I've been working at the financial aid office for approximately a year now.
So, you know pretty much a lot of stuff according to in relation to
Most of
financial
the
aid?
information.
Yeah. Okay. My first question is, how does GPA affect someone's financial aid?
It affects it in the way of being eligible for financial aid or being dismissed.
Okay.
If your GPA is below a 2.0, chances are you will be doing a dismiss petition. Based on that, you have the chance to petition it. If it is approved, you will be eligible for financial aid. However, if it is not approved, then you wouldn't be eligible for financial aid.
Okay. How often should a person apply for financial aid?
It's pretty much once a year. Every application is available after January 1st of every year. So depending on that, once you do that, then you're pretty much set. As long as you turn in your paperwork in time, then you should be eligible.
And what paperwork is required for typically at the start of applying?
It really depends on the person. If they're chosen as verification, then they would have to do certain paperwork. If they're not, usually it's just the enrollment notification form. So it just depends if they're chosen as non-verification or verification.
Okay. And there's a BOG fee waiver, right, that can waive the fees for your classes?
Yeah, it pretty much covers your tuition fees and enrollment fees. So with that, if you're covered for that, the only thing you would be worried about would just be your books.
Okay.
So that really helps.
Okay. When can a person apply for the BOG fee waiver?
It really depends. There's really no due date on that. As soon as you turn it in, it takes 24 hours to process. And you'll be known right away if you're eligible for it or not. So as long as you do it before you start your classes, then you're good on that.
Okay. Who can help me if I have questions about the FAFSA?
About the FAFSA, you could go into the financial aid office, or you could also go in admissions next to the help desk. There, they can help you fill out the FAFSA application online.
Okay. What kind of petitions are there, and what are they for?
There's two. There's a dismiss petition and also the 72+ petition.
Okay.
The 72+ petition is usually done if you're over 70 units. Since this is a community college, we suppose you would get your associate's degree and then transfer out or get a certain certificate. So if you do that, you go to a counselor, you write down your classes, and you turn that in. Dismiss petition, as I mentioned earlier, that's usually if you're below 2.0 or if you have a lot of W's on your transcript. If it's above 25%, then usually you're required to do a dismiss petition as well.
Okay. What if I never applied for financial aid and they asked me to do a petition?
Usually you wouldn't have to do that. The only reason you would just be, as I mentioned before, due to grades.
Okay.
Other than that, you shouldn't have to do that.
Okay. On forms, they'd ask you about independent status and dependent status. What is that?
The difference is you're considered a dependent student if you are either below the age of 24. Independent is usually if you're above 24 or you have a child or if you're married.
Okay. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for coming, Blanca.
Thank you.
I am Anthony Day, and this is the CRC Spotlight.